What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the Clubhouse podcast with me, Sonny G. Back for another episode. We had last week off because we recorded the Games and Graps podcast, which is available to listen to everywhere now. And I hope you enjoyed it. We had good fun recording it. And during the recording, we made plans to do some cool other stuff that we've got coming up this week. But we'll get into that in a little while. Hope everybody's okay. Hope everybody is excited for all the great gaming content that's coming, for all the great wrestling that's coming. There is so much good stuff coming up. So much good stuff, dude. Before we get into it, I just want to say thank you to everybody who came out to Wrestle Carnival this past Sunday in Coventry. It was an incredible show. Myself and RC, we had an absolute blast calling the show. And it was just, it's a pleasure to be a part of that promotion. A promotion that really is sort of growing with every single show that passes. And yeah, it's a real pleasure to be a part of it. We have the best seat in the house up on that stage. It's just, yeah, man, it's awesome. And it was a great show. We had Saxon Huxley on, former NXT UK superstar. We had Jack Morris on, current Noah superstar, as is Saxon Huxley. Saxon Huxley, of course, is one of the GHC heavyweight tag team champions with Timothy Thatcher, also formerly of WWE. So, they're bringing in some serious names, man. Joe Hendry was there as well, of course, current Impact Wrestling digital media champion. He came out with Judas Gray. He was scheduled to wrestle on the show, but he was injured. But he was there still, which was great. But, front to back, the whole show was awesome. And, it's great to see friends getting to be part of the show as well. Adam, one of the referees that I've known for a couple of years now, he got to be part of Wrestle Carnival for the first time, and he was buzzing after it. He really was. We were talking about it in the car ride on the way home, and you could just tell that he really enjoyed the show. He got a big opportunity on the show. He got to wrestle many matches. Referee many matches, and you could just tell that he loved the experience. He loved being a part of the promotion and the show in general, and he did a great job as well. If he was nervous, you wouldn't have been able to tell, because he did just such a great job, and I'm super proud of him. And I hope that he gets many more opportunities at the not only at Wrestle Carnival, but at all other promotions, other big promotions in the country. But it's great for him. CJ Rawlings he's smashing it at the minute, and again, he's somebody I'm super proud of. He's very critical of himself. I spoke to him after the show, and I've spoken to him since as well. Reassured him that everything that he's doing right now is awesome, and he's absolutely smashing it. He really is. So he's a star for sure, and definitely one to look out for, during the course of the rest of this year and next year as well. But he's absolutely smashing it. There was people on there that I've been looking forward to seeing for a while in person and haven't. Harley Hudson is one of them. I thought she was great, and she's lovely as well. But it was just great. It was a great atmosphere, a really great atmosphere, just in general. Out the front, in the back, it was just a great atmosphere, and I was very happy to be a part of the show once again. And I thought myself and RC, I thought we did a great job. Assisted by the great production team there. Phenomenal production team. They make mine and RC's job just so easy. We just turn up, do a sound check, put our headsets on, and we crack on. We're trusted that, the things we're going to say during the course of the show is spot on, and yeah, we just work it, man. We call what's in front of us, and I guess as a commentator, that's all you can do. But yeah, I'm buzzing. I woke up yesterday morning and I was still buzzing, and I'm still buzzing today. When I think about it, and I see so many positive posts on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, just so many people enjoyed the show. So many people are excited for July's second anniversary show. I'm excited for July's second anniversary show, man. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be streaming live on the Premier Sports Network, which is crazy. I've not done a live broadcast before. So it's going to be something different, but I'm confident. I'm confident that I can do it. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, so it's a promotion that's on the up for sure, and it's a promotion that I'm very proud to be a part of. So thank you to Gary for allowing me to be a part of it and to continue to be a part of it, and just to allow myself and RC to just do what we do, and that's called the action as we see it. And yeah, so congratulations to Wrestle Carnival for another amazing show. Thank you to everybody who came out. Thank you to everybody who took the time to say hello to me at the show. I want to shout out Mark. It was lovely to sort of stand and talk to him and his girlfriend during the interval. We had a great chat, and it was lovely to meet him in person, finally. But it's great. It's great to meet all these people that you interact with on social media. There's some, some of the nicest people that you meet, and some of the people that you eventually can call your closest friends are people that you meet on social media. One of my best friends. I met him on social media just through the love of supporting the same football team and enjoying video games. And it's amazing how, friendships can blossom that way. All the guys in our Discord, I've got a lot. I love those guys. I love speaking to them every single day, and when we do something cool, we all talk about it. When something cool happens, we all talk about it. And, you can't buy friendships like that. You just can't. So social media rules sometimes. Sometimes it can be crap, but a lot of the time it can be it can be very positive. And that's what I like to try and take from it. I like to block out the negatives and take the positives. And there are some real positives to take from social media. Join our Discord. We have a good time in there. We have such a good laugh in there. We really do. I'm sure there's a link somewhere on this YouTube channel. So you'll notice that this podcast, the Clubhouse, is now on the Games and Graps YouTube channel exclusively. I want to keep my own channel for gaming stuff only. I want to try and make it just a little bit more accessible for everybody. Just because, if there's everything all in one place, people know what they can expect from me. Whereas, the Games and Graps following that we've got, they know what to expect from this podcast. I don't want to sort of bombard people who just want gaming with wrestling stuff as well. And that's for the Games and Graps stuff instead. So we've already established that Games and Graps is for both. And that's what we're going to do going forward. Finn has his own gaming channel. I have my own gaming channel. And we use Games and Graps for the wrestling and gaming stuff combined. And it just seems to make sense to me, for sure. But a lot of love on my YouTube channel recently, actually. I've been doing some shorts. I like doing the shorts on YouTube. I like doing, it's sort of like TikTok, but YouTube's own ripped off version of it. So, I put shorts on both. I put them on YouTube and TikTok. And they seem to do pretty well. We get some good interaction on there, which I'm happy about. So, yeah, good times. Anyway, upcoming shows. We've got Black Country Championship Wrestling coming up next in Tipton on June the 9th. That's a Friday. It's going to be good, man. Unbelievable card. Dan Maloney and Joseph Connors headlining. What a main event that is. You won't find a better main event in this country that day or that weekend, I would dare say. Dan Maloney is just absolutely smashing it in Japan at the minute. He's currently taking part in the Best of the Super Juniors. And he's just killing it. Go follow Driller on socials and stuff, and you'll just see how much of a monster that guy's turning into. He's unbelievable. Joseph Connors, also phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And that is going to be an incredible main event. Millie McKenzie's in action as well. It's some top stars on show in Tipton, June the 9th, which is a Friday. bccw2021.com for tickets for that one. Myself and RC Chaos, of course, will be on commentary for that one as well. So just to add to the list of massive stars on that show. I'm joking. But we have a good time. After that, the week after that, Wrestling in Hinckley is back for the Fear of Falling tournament, which will be great. Wrestling in Hinckley's annual ladder match to determine the number one contender for the Wrestling in Hinckley Championship. wrestlinginhinckley.bigcartel.com for tickets for that one. Then we've got Wrestle Carnival again in July, which is going to be their second anniversary. CJ Rawlins taking on Man Like DeReese for the Wrestle Carnival Championship. TheWrestleCarnival.com for tickets for that one. And again, that's going to be at the incredible HMV Empire in Coventry. What a venue. What a pleasure to perform at that venue. Honestly. Unreal that I get to be a pro wrestling commentator, in all honesty. It's taken me places and allowed me to meet people that I never thought that I would get to meet at all. I'm very grateful. Very grateful. So yeah, Slam Masters as well is they've got a show coming up beginning of June. SlamMastersWrestling.com for tickets for that one. Again, they're putting on unbelievable cards as well for the Welsh wrestling fans. And again, that's another Sonny G and RC Chaos voiced show. We come as a team now. We're a pairing. I don't like doing stuff on my own. Can't be asked. It's not that I can't be asked. I'd just rather do it with Rob. It just makes my life a lot easier. It really does. So yeah, right. Let's talk gaming. What have I been playing? I've been playing Lego 2K Drive. I've been playing it on Switch, and it runs and plays great, to be honest. Really fun game. Really fun game, actually. Price point's a little steep, I think. So you might want to wait for a discount on it. It's basically Forza Horizon, but with Lego. But there's some really cool mechanics in there. You know, depending on which terrain you're driving over, your vehicle will change. So if you're on water, you'll be in a boat. If you're on like rough terrain, you'll be being like a quad bike. And if you're on the road, you're in a car. And it changes seamlessly as well. And it's really cool. It's really well done. It's funny. A lot of funny dialogue in there. Same as, all Lego games that have a bit of humor in there. To make it not just for kids. Kids will get a kick out of it for sure. It's definitely aimed at a younger age group. But, it plays very well. It drives like Mario Kart, I would say. Like, especially during the actual races. The free roaming bit, I feel like is very Forza-ish. But the races are very sort of Mario Kart-esque. Like with the drifting, works almost exactly the same as Mario Kart. You get power-ups as well during the course of races, which again is very Mario Kart. And yeah, it's just overall a really good experience. Some of the side quests are brilliant. Now, some side quests in games can be a bit monotonous and boring and crap, but the side quests in this game are funny and involved. So, there's a lot to do in the game, and I would say it's well worth checking out. Again, you might want to wait for a discount or maybe sort of not look to the official stores. Maybe like head over to CD Keys or something like that, see if you can pick up a copy a little bit cheaper than what it's currently retailing at, which I do think is a little bit steep, in all honesty. But yeah, Lego 2K Drive gets a thumbs up from me. I would say it's a firm 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it's good fun, and it looks great, sounds great, and plays great. So, so it's a firm 7 out of 10 for me. Is Lego 2K Drive. So go check that out. Still playing Zelda, still plugging away at Breath of the Wild, really enjoying it. I spoke about it on the Games and Grats podcast, so I don't need to talk about it here. For the first time ever, actually, I played Luigi's Mansion 3 on Switch, and it's wonderful. It's really good, as you would expect it to be. It's just a very solid Nintendo exclusive, I would say. Played about an hour or so of that. I like the mechanics. I like the animation. And the story's fun as well. So yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3 is good. Been playing a lot of Smash Brothers as well, which I'm enjoying. I don't know why, but I really wanted to jump into Death Stranding. So I re-downloaded it onto my PlayStation 5. I hadn't played the PlayStation 5 version before. I played it previously on PS4 and decided to jump into it last night. And my God, man, I was blown away. I knew it was great before, and I knew it looked great. But wow, the PS5 version is beautiful. My God, it's just stunning. I was in awe of it. Like, if I didn't turn it off because I wanted to watch football, I could have just carried on playing it. And that's what I aim to do tonight. I aim to play some Death Stranding. I was going to record this tonight, but then I was like, you know what? I'm going to record this on my lunch break today. And I'm going to play Death Stranding tonight. That's what I'm going to do. It's weird as fuck, because obviously it is, and it's something that you already knew anyway. But good God, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So I'm gonna give that a good go, because I know there's a sequel coming out, and I will want to play it eventually. I love Kojima games. He just does things differently, doesn't he? You can tell it's a Kojima game a mile off Death Stranding. And when you look at it, it's got that very similar animation that's sort of gone all the way through Kojima games, from Metal Gear Solid up to now. And that's not a bad thing at all, by the way. It's a very good thing, actually. But he just does things differently. The way his mind works is different to anybody else on Earth. The guy is a complete genius. He really is an absolute genius. So, yeah, Death Stranding. That's something I'm going to be plowing away at, and I'll continue to talk about on this podcast if I do manage to continue to get myself through it. And I've been playing eFootball as well. And you know what? With eFootball, I got 100% of the trophies as well. There's no platinum trophy. It's an absolute bullshit trophy list, to be perfectly honest. But, sometimes I dip in and out of FIFA, and I enjoy it. I enjoy Ultimate Team. But there's something that just keeps me coming back to eFootball. And, it's the gameplay. Is it a little rough around the edges in terms of the way that it's presented? And yeah, it is for sure. And, is there a distinct lack of game modes at the minute for people who, want a single player experience? Yeah, 100% there is. But in my opinion, the eFootball Dream Team is way more fun than the FIFA Ultimate Team. It's easier to build a better team that can compete online. Whereas FIFA, in my opinion, unless you've got the best of the best, no matter how good you are at that game, the people with the better team will win. Whereas I think with eFootball, it's a lot more competitive in terms of, you can be good at the game and have an okay team and still compete. But also, it's easy to build a good team and really compete. So it's that's what keeps me coming back. I think just the being able to build a good team and it being ultra competitive online. I like playing online, so yeah, that's where I'm at. Still haven't played Redfall. I intend to. It's still on my Xbox, ready to be played. I will make a video on it, giving you my honest thoughts. I'm still a little bit down about Xbox, to be honest. Not down as in I'm depressed about Xbox. I'm still a little bit down on Xbox, just because of the way things have been handled recently. I've not really played my Xbox much at all recently because of it as well. Been playing on my Switch a lot, as you know, and I've been playing on my PS5. So yeah. Speaking of PS5, it's the big PS5 showcase this Wednesday, which is actually tomorrow. Myself and Finn are going to be live doing a watch along / reactions live stream, which I'm really excited about. I'm really excited to see what PlayStation have to offer, what they have to show us. I'm sure it's going to be great. In fact, I almost know it's going to be great. I know that there's a Final Fantasy demo coming. I would expect that to be announced and possibly shadow drop tomorrow. I've seen some outlets say that might be too soon, considering the game's like a month away, but I don't think it is. I think you whet the appetites of people and, who are already excited for the game, but also you try and bring in new people who may not be as familiar with Final Fantasy, but do want to try it. So I think now is the perfect time to shadow drop a demo, and I think that's what they will do tomorrow, because it's almost a guarantee that they're going to show it for sure. But I'm excited to see Spider-Man. To be honest, I'm most excited to see Spider-Man. I'm not going to lie. But I'm excited to see what else, is shown as well. Love me some PlayStation, me. Love me some PlayStation. So, yeah, we'll be live from 8:30 p.m. UK time. Just chatting in the build-up to the show. And then, obviously, when it goes live at 9 o'clock, we'll be watching and reacting. So join us. Come and chat to us on YouTube, on Facebook. Should be a good time. For sure. Really looking forward to it. Wow, AEW Fight Forever got a release date. Fucking hell. Holy shit. It's happening, guys. It's happening. June 29th. Which is like 2 days after Forbidden Door. Which is cool. Big week for that. Big week for AEW. Big month for AEW is June. You got Collision starting Saturday, the 17th of June. And then you got Forbidden Door at the end of June. And then you've got AEW Fight Forever coming out at the end of June. So it's a big, big month for AEW, June is. And I'm really excited for the game. Now, I've been talking about it for a while. But it's a game that I'm really excited about. I should get it on PS5 and I should get it on Switch. Switch is more of a sentimental thing because I'm excited for that game engine to be on a Nintendo console again, because it holds a dear place in my heart because of WCW Revenge, because of WrestleMania 2000, because of No Mercy. So, and it was what I found interesting is that Kenny Omega said Nintendo Switch first when he talked about the consoles that it was releasing on. It might mean nothing, and I'm sure it probably means nothing. But I feel like there's always that worry of what's it going to run like on Switch. But I'm very confident that it's going to look and run perfectly fine on Switch, and I'm excited to play it on Switch. Crying out for a good wrestling game, a great wrestling game. And I think this is going to be, I do think this is going to be the one. I think, a trick was missed with not bringing Fire Pro to Switch. WWE games, WWE 2K18 was an absolute disaster, a total train wreck on Switch. The brawling one, I forgot what it was called. Is that what it's called? No, it's not All Stars. You know what? I don't remember what it's called. So there's a dude on a motorbike outside my house who's just picked his head on. That's why I turned around. What the hell's that game called? I'm going to have to have a look now because it's going to do my head otherwise. Let me have a look. WWE Switch. What's it called? Battlegrounds. 2K Battlegrounds. Ran fine on Switch, actually. Played well. Looked fine. So yeah, I didn't hate that game. I thought it was okay. I thought it had a fun story mode, and I thought it played just fine. And it had Moro on comms as well, which I love. But there's been no good mainstream wrestling games. But AEW Fight Forever looks like it's going to fill that void for me. Now, look, I love Wrestling Empire. I love Wrestling Empire on Switch. It's awesome. It really is awesome. But sometimes you want that legit. You want that legitimate wrestling company experience. You get that with Fire Pro because of the New Japan licensing. You get that with WWE because obviously it's WWE. But outside of the WWE games, there's not really much choice for a good wrestling experience, a legitimate wrestling experience. But Fight Forever is definitely going to fill that void, and I'm super excited for it. Sounds like they've got a long-term plan in terms of DLC. Is it going to be out of date when it comes out? Massively, yes, it is. It really is going to be out of date. But I just don't care at this point. I just want it to come out. I just want it to come out, and I want to be able to play it. I want to be able to see what they've done with that game engine, how they've adapted it to a modern day game. And yeah, it'll just be cool to have an AEW video game. WWE 2K23 is awesome, by the way. But yeah, I'm excited for AEW Fight Forever, June 29th. Buzzing for it. Finally, we get a release date. Not sure why Kenny Omega has his top off in the trailer for it, or in the announcement, in the release date announcement trailer. It's just there with his top off. It's like, hey guys, the game's coming out. Here I am with my top off. Okay, Kenny, sure, why not? But I would like to see the roster now. I would like to see. I mean, you got to believe the list of arenas are going to be pretty standard stuff. Like, so basically, Dynamite, Rampage, and the list of AEW pay-per-views. But yeah, I just want it to play well. I want it to play well. We've already seen what it looks like. It looks fine. That's exactly what I want that game to look like. WWE looks realistic. That's fine because WWE is a wrestling sim. I want this to look and feel like No Mercy in WrestleMania. I want it to give me that kind of feel. And I'm certain it will, so I'm excited. So yeah, AEW Fight Forever. Let's go. Buzzing. Talking of AEW, pay-per-view this weekend, Double or Nothing. And on Friday night, there's a lot of wrestling this weekend, by the way. A lot of wrestling. So Saturday, you got Saudi Mania, Night of Champions, where we're going to crown a new World Heavyweight Champion, which will most likely be Seth Rollins, and I'm fine with it. That'll be a banger of a match that crowd doesn't deserve, by the way. That crowd doesn't deserve that match. We deserve that match here because we have good crowds. But the Saudis are going to get the banger of a match to crown a new world champion, which is what it is. WWE going to WWE, I guess. But the show itself is stacked. It looks great. Night of Champions does. But we're going to go live on Friday evening. We're going to do like a triple threat pre-show. We're going to cover Night of Champions. We'll give our predictions for that. We're going to give our predictions for AEW Double or Nothing. And also NXT Battleground, which is taking place the same time and the same day as AEW Double or Nothing. Not sure how smart that is, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, so much stuff coming from us this week. And Steve will obviously be doing added time. It's the final games of the season this week. I'm footballed out, so I'm sort of glad. I know that, my team does have an FA Cup final to look forward to, but I'm a bit footballed out, so I'm ready for the season to be done now. Ready for a summer break. I don't really care for the England game, so I don't care about that really. But I'll probably watch them anyway. But yeah, I'm footballed out, so I'm ready for the season to be done. And yeah, good times. But there's so much wrestling this weekend. I can't work out NXT at the minute. I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. I'm to be honest, I'm a little bit like that with WWE in general at the minute. Like, I like it, but I feel like there's stuff that needs to be put in order first. I feel like they really need to get their shit together in terms of what they're doing with the World Championships, what they're doing with the brand split, because at the minute it's just not happening. And just what they're doing generally going forward. I need them to sort of put everything back into place. Make sure the women's titles are on the right brand. Get the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships back onto NXT. Make sure the brand split is actually a brand split and the people stick exclusively to their shows. There's a lot of great stuff happening in WWE, a lot of really good stuff. And, Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles is going to be a banger. A lot of great talent on NXT. I think Bron Breakker's doing a great job as a heel. Not too sure about Carmelo Hayes as a face, but, we'll see how it pans out. You know, the Roman and Bloodline stuff is still great. Tease some tension between Roman and Solo this week. Roman even sort of being scared of Solo, which I think is pretty cool. He's been built up so unbelievably well since coming up from NXT. And he's taken to main roster like a duck to water. He's been awesome. And I think he's going to have an absolutely massive future in WWE. And good, rightly so. I'm excited to see it, for sure. So there's a lot of good stuff going on in WWE at the minute, but there's also some stuff that I'm just like, oh, I don't know, man. You've got to get this right. Got to start getting things right. Going to be very interested to see what happens with AEW Collision. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about CM Punk at the minute. Tony Khan's going to announce the venue and the city for the first AEW Collision. And in my opinion, it's going one of two ways. It's either going to be at Daly's place or it's going to be in Chicago. If it's in Chicago, that means CM Punk's going to be there. If it's at Daly's place, CM Punk isn't going to be there. So we'll see how it plays out. I'm really on the fence about CM Punk at the minute. I do feel like he brings much needed star power to AEW, and he brings a lot of casual eyes to the product. You know, fans who drifted away when he left WWE, then came back when he did come back to AEW, but then have drifted away again since. He needs to come back and be consistent, be consistently fit, be consistently a team player. That's what CM Punk needs to be at this point in his career. He needs to be a team player. If he wants to be, you know, part of AEW's big success going forward, he needs to be a team player. So I do hope to see CM Punk back. I just hope I hope that he does it the right way. I just hope that he goes about things the right way. Look, if they don't want Ace Steel back, they don't want Ace Steel back. They want CM Punk back. I couldn't care less if Ace Steel is there. Fans don't care whether Ace Steel is there. Fans want to see CM Punk. That is the long and short of it. They want to see CM Punk wrestling consistently and just get rid of all the bullshit drama that comes with him. You know, we don't care about his tweets. We don't care about his fucking Instagram posts. I don't care about any of that. I just want to see CM Punk do great promos, have great matches, and have great feuds that are going to help make AEW great and super successful going forward. So, I hope that when Tony Khan makes that announcement on Wednesday, that I hope that it is for the United Center in Chicago or whatever it's called. And I hope, because that will say to me that CM Punk is going to be there, and that's going to be very exciting because, as soon as Tony says that it's going to be in Chicago, a CM Punk chant will erupt. So fingers crossed for CM Punk back in AEW, back playing ball, back being a team player. That's my hope. Yeah. Anyway. I've been talking for about half an hour. That's enough for today. I don't really have anything else to talk about. But don't forget, join us on YouTube, Facebook on Wednesday evening at 8:30 UK time for the PlayStation Showcase watch-along / reactions live stream with Finn and myself. Friday night as well for some wrestling chat, where we talk about Night of Champions, Double or Nothing, and Battleground. So much good stuff coming up. Be sure to check out Steve's Added Time podcast, especially as we're coming up to the final games of the season. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens at the bottom of the table, and Steve will be right in there talking about it. So check out Added Time on the Games and Graps feed. But yeah, this has been the Clubhouse podcast with me, Sonny G. You can check this out in video form like you are now, or you can check it out in audio form on all podcast services everywhere. Thank you very much for listening or watching, and I'll see you next week. Take it easy, guys. Goodbye.